Morning, team. What is up, traders? Happy Friday. Six days until Christmas. Who's ready? I know everyone in the chat who has kids. You know exactly how many days are left, and you know exactly whether or not you are ready. Some of you guys are probably like super anxious and freaking out about how there's 6 days, and some of you are like calm and cool and collected and ready to rock and roll. I feel like there's two different people at Christmas. Some of you are like, yeah, as soon as I get out of work today, I'm going shopping because I'm not done shopping yet. But some of you are the type that like had everything wrapped under the tree like a month ago. I have everything bought. I don't have everything wrapped. And they are not under the tree. They're not going to go under the tree until December 24th because we have a puppy that will eat them. So all of our gifts are hidden in a closet somewhere. All right, let's talk about the charts. So my game plan for today, the chart that I shared in Discord was I was watching this area down here, value area low from yesterday, and you can see like all these wicks. That was the big support area from yesterday. I didn't even mark previous day low. Oh, you know what? That was New York low. That wasn't previous day low. I did mark previous day low. It's way down here. But that is the low from the New York session, this gray area, about 25, 160-ish. So my game plan for today was if we stayed above that level, I'd be looking for longs. Obviously, all night it kind of just grinded up. So let's see if we hold above there and get a little pullback for some longs. So my upside target is similar to yesterday, like 450-ish, somewhere up there. We have previous day high at 415. And then if you look left a little bit further, we have like 440, 450. That would be my upside target if we do get into a long position. But at this point, I would just be kind of looking for a liquidity grab to enter along. We have yesterday's point of control and London low. There's some decent spots down here at like 270s where we could try entering along if it goes down at the market open, or if it comes down to VWAP and this support area around 25,300, that could be a good spot for an entry. So kind of just going to see what the market brings. Maybe find a spot to enter a pullback on a long and see how high it goes. What are you guys thinking, chat? What are you looking for? We could also go the opposite way too. I guess today I'm kind of just looking for a continuation of the range until proven otherwise. So we could also look for a liquidity grab on the upside. If it either grabs London low or previous day high and starts to sell off pretty heavily, we could look for shorts on that. It's kind of what I'm watching for. Also not necessarily looking for a home run play because, you know, if volume is going to be like it was yesterday, kind of choppy and slow and no continuation. Oh, what did I do? I clicked a button. That's not what I wanted to do. What the heck? Don't do that. Okay. Market opens in 2 minutes. My goodness, volume picked up the last couple minutes. Pre-market getting a little crazy in here. News, we have Michigan sentiment at 10 o'clock, so 30 minutes after the market opens, and existing home sales at the same time. So two things at 10 o'clock. So we could see a choppy open with the market waiting for the news. We'll find out. Making its way up towards London high and maybe previous day high. Markets open. Trade safe, friends. London high tapped on NQ, not yet on ES. Let's see if it comes up to previous day high and we get a rejection. Let's see, let's see. Woo! Buyers coming out hot. Coming up to previous day high, but no signs of sellers yet. My goodness. Just going to be one of those days where you just market order in on a long and then everybody goes home with money in their pockets? Holy cow. Well, that's the number I was kind of thinking for my upside target. Let's see what happens up here. Look at that hourly candle. That's a big one. Going to take a stab at a short. If you guys have watched me trade before, you probably heard me say it's just a risk to reward thing. That was the upside target for me. So potentially, I mean, if it comes back down to VWAP, risk to reward is good on it. That's my thought. Stop loss above that wick high. Could be wrong. Definitely going against the trend here. And I could have gotten in too early too. It might chop around a little bit before it rejects, if it's going to reject. Take no marvel, they updated the contracts. That was earlier this week. I think it was like Monday or Tuesday. Still watching this area. Might give a stab at it again. All right, one more shot. See if it goes down to VWAP. Right now, this is our opening range low. But we still got a couple minutes until it's all set. Gold's moving up too. What the heck? All right. Bad idea to be taking shorts right now. Let's see where this thing heads. It's definitely struggling at this spot, trying to figure out what it wants to do. What you gonna do, NQ? Where are we headed? The real Grundy. Good morning. We had that initial move within the first couple minutes, and then it's kind of slowed down since then. As soon as I say that, now it breaks out. It was just fighting with that area for a little bit. There she goes. All right, this previous high over here at like 508. If it breaks past that, if it holds above 500, 580-ish is the next level I see. Woohoo! Check this out. going to cut this fast if it comes back down. More of a momentum trade since it didn't reject at 508. See if it comes to 580. So let me zoom out a little bit more. Yeah, 580 to like 620-ish. So the 15-minute range is set at this point. So let me adjust those lines. Starting to fall back below the opening range high. That's not a good sign. Let's see how these next candles close. We do have ES coming up to previous week value area high and previous day high. So lots of resistance at 68.82. So NQ could be slowing down. Kind of watching to see what happens on ES at 68.82. If it makes it up there. It might chop around a little bit, but I mean, it's so close. I could see it coming up and grabbing that liquidity if it's going to reject. Let's see what happens with NQ. Oh, I haven't been looking at the likes, you guys. Jeff said we have 63 people watching, and we got 4 likes. Everybody go hit that like button real quick. Do me a favor. Oh, now we're up to 23. That's better. 62 watching, 23. Still not that great. It's a Friday. Go hit the like button. Oh, it's because I didn't wear my Santa hat, huh? I should have broken out the Santa hat. That's where I went wrong. Henrik, hello from Denmark. Welcome. Still kind of hovering here. Still kind of watching this level on ES to see if it rejects at 68.82. It's a pretty big level. Previous week value area high, so lots of resistance there and previous day high. But we're so close, I could see us coming up a little bit more before rejecting, if that's what's going to happen. Or it could just bust through. We'll end the week with a little Santa rally. NQ already broke its previous high at this 500 level, but the next one we have is over here. 650-ish. Did we get all of our excitement for the day? Market makers gave us about 20 minutes of excitement and then they went home. They all left for vacation. Yep, we got news in 6 minutes. That's why I tightened up my stop. I usually give it a little bit more room, but wanted to lock it in. Let's see what happens. Michigan sentiment and existing home sales. Oh, and I actually checked financial juice this morning, like an hour ago, and something was added. Trump has some stuff going on. He's making an announcement at 1 o'clock, and then there's some Christmas reception, and he's speaking on the economy tonight. All kinds of fun stuff going on. All right, hit my trailing stop. Let's see what happens here. Coming back below that opening range high on both ES and NQ. But with news coming up in 5 minutes, let's wait. VIX is dropping big time. What is gold doing? Gold's looking pretty choppy. That kind of stuff is hard to trade when there's big wicks like that. Like overall, it's been trending up from here. But unless you had a really wide stop loss, it would continue to stop you out. Choppy is good for scalping. Yeah, for sure. You just have to know which way the chop is going to go. That's the hard part. All right, we still have that news coming up in a little less than 2 minutes. ES is making its way up to that level I was talking about, previous day high and previous week value area high. So let's see what happens when we get up there. NQ has still not closed a candle above the 15-minute opening range. Not a strong sign for bulls, but we do have news coming up, so it could just be consolidating for a bust through that level. All right, there's news. ES broke previous day high. See if we get continuation up or if it rejects. It's kind of what I'm watching. NQ already broke previous day high. So I'm guessing ES is not going to reject. By the looks of it, it's not. She's a running. Let's let that news settle a little bit. And we'll go from there. I don't love longs from here because I would probably put my stop loss down there, and really we're kind of getting to some resistance levels. Like I don't have too much higher to go. We have this, like I said, at like 650-ish. And then assuming it breaks that, the next level is quite a bit higher. But I don't want to trade straight into resistance. Let's see how ES is doing over here on this previous day high. If I put my stop loss above that wick, target back down to VWAP, something like that. Not seeing it yet though. Still got about 30 seconds on this 5-minute candle closure. That is a good wick. I wonder if Versat's in the chat. If he is, he probably took a short at 600 on NQ. One of those round numbers, it came up to 600.75. That was beautiful. Still holding up here. I'm gonna watch and see how this next 5-minute candle goes. NQ is starting to close below its opening range high. Or starting to get below it, I shouldn't say close. There's still 2 minutes left. All right, trying a short on ES just because the level is more clear. It's obvious that it's at that 68.82 level, previous day high. If it continues and it breaks below this like 68.70-ish level, I'll consider adding to it. But right now it still could bounce at this New York anchored VWAP. These levels are trying to hold. MB Trader Christmas rally, yeah. Kind of looking that way. Gold is pushing up. Is it finally breaking out of that chop? Whoa. Yeah, it is. Yeah, this white line right here on gold, it was, I mean, this general area from like 43.73 to 43.67-ish. Kind of consolidating under that for a couple days. Broke through with some speed. We got about 20 minutes until our initial balance is set, but we can start marking off some lines for now. I guess we can delete this London high. That doesn't really apply anymore. All right, another attempt on with NQ to break below this 15-minute opening range high. It's been holding above it, but it keeps getting bought back up and closing above it. So let's see. Really on ES, a break below this level at 68.70. Like, and a closure below it. Just because that's the recent low on the 5-minute, and then that's also the New York anchored VWAP. So if we close below that level, I could see us getting continuation down. But if we bounce there, not good news for my short. Oh man. I really just hope this is consolidation for an eventual bigger move. And this isn't going to be the way it's going to chop for the rest of the day. Although it wouldn't surprise me if it does kind of chop the rest of the day. Because, I mean, you know, Friday volume dies off early anyway. Plus, with the holidays coming, like next week is pretty much a week where no one's going to be working. Everything is closed. So today could be like a half day where everyone just traded for 30 minutes and then they're done. Looks like a good short. Yeah, I mean, that's the way I feel too. It's definitely at a resistance level. Buyers are not continuing. But it's being propped up here for sure. That was the first candle closure since NQ broke out of the 15-minute opening range and then rejected. That was the first 5-minute candle closure back inside the range. But it kind of looks like it's just going to chop around that level for a little bit. Yep. Holiday market chop. That's kind of what I'm thinking too. At first, I was like, well, maybe it's just a consolidation for their bigger move. No, it might just be dead. You know that meme you guys have probably seen with the character like poking a dead animal with a stick, like, do something. That's what I feel like right now. Do something. All right, chat. What are you guys doing for the holidays? Anyone traveling? You guys staying home? Having a big family gathering? What are you guys doing? My family's staying home this year. No big traveling for us. We do have family that is about 2.5 hours away, and we're having like the grandparents and aunts and uncles and cousins and everyone meeting there Sunday night. We're doing that on Sunday, and we'll actually go up there for 2 days. So we'll have our like Christmas celebration one day, and then we'll sleep over and drive home the next day. So that'll be fun. I always love seeing the cousins and all the kids get together. But other than that, just laying low at home. Got a couple little outings planned here, going to the movie theater, that kind of stuff. Relaxing. What about you guys? Zach's going to Mexico City. Old Trader staying home, and the kids are coming to see us. That's fun. You have grandkids, right? I think it was you. Someone in the chat was talking about grandkids. Oh, 6 little boys. You're going to have 6 little kids running around your house. Woohoo! That's fun. Wild times ahead for sure. Alrighty. So it's coming down to that level I was talking about, 68, 70-ish. A close below there, and I'll feel a little bit better about this actually continuing. But NQ is coming down to that New York anchored VWAP. ES is close to it. Let's see if it bounces there and continues up, or if it does indeed drop. Chaos, yeah, I can imagine. My house is chaos with 3 little kids. I can't imagine 6 little kids who are like cousins, so they're excited when they see each other, plus Christmas and all that. They're going to be hyper. Hopefully you live in a place where the weather is nice enough that you can go outside. That's always my solution when there's like chaos in the house and they start wrestling or throwing balls and doing crazy stuff. I'm like, nope, outside. Go play outside, ride your bikes, play basketball, whatever. That energy should not be in the house. You're going to break something or put a hole in a wall. All right, initial balance is almost set. We got like 7 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and make this line our initial balance low because I'm not thinking in 7 minutes it's just going to dump all the way down. I could be wrong. It could, but not betting on it. All right, NQ is hitting that New York anchored VWAP. Come on, are you going to actually go below it? You guys, this position might take like 3 hours to play out. Okay. Getting a little peekaboo below anchored VWAP on NQ. Let's go. So far, so good. $68.70 was the level I was talking about on ES. If it closes below there, I'll feel better about it. But starting to feel decent about it now that NQ is below VWAP. Not sure if it'll go all the way back down to the initial balance low though. We do have our session VWAP at 68.53. Two and a half minutes on this 5-minute candle. Get a good red close. All right, going to at least move to break even. Yeah, it didn't close below that level I was talking about. This thing just doesn't want to go down. Well, at this point, I'm going to wait until it hits one of the ranges. So if it hits initial balance high on either one, whichever one looks better, but initial balance high, maybe look for a short if sellers actually show up. We do have VWAP down here at 25,406. So that could be a good spot for a bounce to enter a long. That's kind of the range I'm looking for. But yeah, for now, honestly, I think I should probably call it on trading because I'm starting to get to the point where I'm like searching for a trade and it's super slow. This is not the kind of price action that I want to be entering on. So I think I'm going to call it, you guys. And I am not going to be trading next week. For one, because the kids are home from school, so it would be chaos. All the chaos we were talking about with Old Trader, where they're like wrestling and putting holes in the walls, that's what would be happening while I'm on the live stream with you guys. So I'll be on damage control duty. But also, more importantly, it's a great week to take away from trading just because the volume's going to be low and it'll be like this, where we're just sitting and watching paint dry. So it's a good week to take off. I'm going to take advantage of it. But yeah, come hang out in the Discord. I'll probably still be watching the charts and probably doing some back testing. And like, I'm always watching trading psychology videos. So if I find anything good that I listen to, I'll share that with you guys. But come hang out with our community. Merry Christmas, you guys. Happy holidays. Have a great one, and I'll see you in Discord. Take care.